If you didn't watch the 2025 Oscars last night, well, you're not alone. We don't have the viewership data quite yet, but it seems like every year less and less people tune in for the Academy Awards. It didn't help that the Hulu livestream kept crashing and ended its broadcast 60 minutes before the show actually ended. The 97th Academy Awards were hosted by Conan O'Brien, who, most everyone seems to agree, did a pretty great job. Anora was the big winner of the night, taking home 5 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Actress for star Mikey Madison. Wicked went home with 2 Oscars, for Best Production Design and Best Costume Design, the latter of which made Paul Tazewell the first black man to ever win for Best Costume. And though The Brutalist didn't do quite as well as some people had hoped, the film still took home 3 Oscars, including Best Actor for Adrien Brody, Best Original Score, and Best Cinematography. If you missed out on the fun last night, don't worry because Decider has you covered. Here are the 2025 Oscar highlight and lowlights, including the 3 best moments and 3 worst moments of Sunday night's Academy Awards. Just 1 week after Adam Sandler crushed it at the Saturday Night Live 50 special, he was making audiences laugh again with a well-timed bit in the Oscars' 2025 opening monologue. When host Conan O'Brien called the Sandman out for being underdressed for the occasion, Sandler, in his signature hoodie and basketball shorts look, stormed out in a fake rage. But first, he stopped by Timothée Chalamet's seat to shout, "Chalamet!" right into the Oscar nominee's ear. It was a perfect callback to the Golden Globes, in which host Nikki Glaser pointed out that Chalamet's name sounded like something Sandler would shout. And Sandler, of course, demonstrated. It's safe to say that host Conan O'Brien understood the assignment. He was funny, self-referential, and efficient in his hosting duties, including a winking musical number to open the show, in which he promised not to waste time with useless bits. It was the perfect self-aware useless bit, which didn't overstay its welcome. My personal favorite part. The sandworm from Dune on the keys. Later in the night, the sandworm showed up again on the harp because, as Conan put it, when you spend that much on a bit, you gotta do it twice. It was an unusually apolitical night at the 2025 Oscars, with nothing more than a few vague pleas to do the right thing in some acceptance speeches here and there. The glaring exception, of course, was no other land directors Yuval Abraham, Basil Adra, Hamdan Balal, Rachel Shore, who took the stage to accept the award for Best Documentary Feature. About 2 months ago, I became a father, and I hoped that she will not have to live the same life I am living now, always feeling surveillance, home demolitions, and forced displacement that we are facing every day on the Gaza occupation, said Palestinian journalist and filmmaker Basil Adra. No other land reflects the harsh reality that we have been enduring for decades. We still resist as we call on the world to take serious actions to stop the injustice and stop the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian people. No Other Land was a joint collaboration between Palestinians and Israelis, and follows a Palestinian family as the Israeli government displaces them from their home in the West Bank. The film's co-director, Yuval Abraham, is Israeli. The film still does not have U.S. distribution, but is playing in some select theaters in New York and Los Angeles. This part of the broadcast left everyone confused. Yes, I know that Amazon just purchased the James Bond franchise, but it's not like there was a Bond movie nominated or even out in theaters in 2024. The Oscars are for celebrating the last year of films, not for sucking up to Jeff Bezos to please let one of these young, up-and-coming singers do the next Bond song. Or to please cast Margaret Qualley as the new Bond girl. We don't blame Doja Cat, Ray, or Lisa from Blackpink, who were no doubt told by their managers that this was a good career move. But let's keep auditions behind the scenes. Oscar viewers just want to see Adele. Emilia Perez was already the villain of the 2025 Oscars, but songwriter and French singer Camille Dalmes didn't help her film's reputation when she started singing, unprompted, during her acceptance speech for Best Original Song for El Mal. And thank you to Emilia Perez. Camille began singing in a high, operatic voice. Her co-writer Ducal timidly joined in, but it was clear this bit was not his idea. But Camille just kept going. Emilia. It was easily the most awkward moment of the night, and it had me physically recoiling in discomfort on my couch at home. No shade to Mikey Madison, who was fantastic in Honora. But Demi Moore was ready to accept that statue for Best Actress, and we were more than ready to cheer her on. I mean, just look at that dress. That's the dress you wear when you think you're going to win Best Actress. And she had every reason to think that she would. Moore had already taken home the Golden Globe and the SAG Award, making her the presumed favorite for the Oscar too. But the Academy surprised everyone by going with Madison for Honora. We're so disappointed we'll never get to hear what surely an amazing moving speech from Moore. Moore kept it classy with a smile and applause when she lost, but we know it must have been disappointing for her too. Also, it's just a tad ironic that Moore, nominated for her performance in The Substance as a fading movie star who takes a drug to become a younger, hotter version of herself, lost out to the young, hot 26-year-old Madison. Just saying.